Gemini, what's up with the twins today? What's good? Thanks for coming by my channel, Tangible Truths Tarot. Good to see you. We're going to be doing your weekly read from the 14th of February through the 20th. As always, whenever you see this reading, it's meant to be seen by you. Hey, my website, Tangible Truths Tarot, is up, and you can book a reading from me going directly there. It's tangibletruthstarot.com, or open the description box. Scroll on down and find the link, and it'll take you there so you can book. Also, if you get an email from me, Tangible Truths Tarot, trying to hit you up for a personal reading, that ain't me. I will never do such a thing. So stick that sucker in the spam and keep rolling. Let's see, we are going to pull 3 cards and an overall energy card for you. I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite Tarot, and then we'll clarify with the Witch's Tarot deck. And I am trying my very best to keep these around 20 minutes, and have been unsuccessful because, well, when information needs to come out, it comes out. I keep working on it, though. I'll keep working on it. So, yes, I will do my best to not belabor this forever, because I know you got stuff to do. As always, while you're here, the best way to support me and my channel is to use the share and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and, click the bell there, and then use the notifications and select all. Don't personalize those notifications. You won't get them. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give you your 3 cards to start and your overall energy card. One more shuffle, Gemini. Maybe one more shuffle for Gemini. Gemini. Here you go. I'm going to cut the deck. Get on with it. Gemini. Here we go. Starting out with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I like it. 2 of Swords. Making a decision. Head over heart. That's classic for an air sign like yourself. You got the Justice card. Woo-hoo. And the 8 of Swords. Yeah, more mental energy there. Bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Wands. Ooh, there we go. King of Wands. Okay. Well, Gemini. Someone is in deep contemplation. Very deep contemplation. It appears to me you or somebody that you know has been feeling a little out in the cold, right? I mean, the 5 of Pentacles is in the reverse, but it's still here. So the energy is sort of still lingering. It's still there, but it is lifting. It is lifting. And we'll get more details on that when we clarify too. So it is lifting, and I love to see that. So with that being said, there is a decision that you, as an air sign, you can see it's a Swords card. So without further clarification, I'll just start with the messages that are here for me now. And that is that it's you that is looking at the circumstances, how you can get justice out of the circumstances, and using logical thought. You have got a blindfold over your eyes, sort of took the rose-colored glasses off and said, I'm not going to be looking at nothing. And I'm not going to be even trying to allow my inners, my heart, and my guts to drive my decision with this. I just simply want to shut my eyes and use my noggin, logically process. What follows that is the Justice card. So there will be a finality, right? And when the Justice card is in the upright, it is genuinely justice for all. That doesn't mean that it's a win-win for all. It means it's justice for all. So as you know, justice is blind, right? Justice is blind. So you do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. Because it's in the upright, I have to, sort of at the first go on this, have the inclination that things are going to be fair for you. It's going to come out okay. Now, the overall energy for this is that 8 of Swords. Well, that would be feeling stuck and trapped for the time being. Like, how in the world am I going to get out of this? And you can see that that person is just sort of surrounded by all of this mental stress, these swords that are just surrounding this person, yet they're open in the front. She just can't see the way through because she's wrapped up with all of these ties, but she can certainly walk on out of there if she would just not be afraid and not overthink, right? So be careful of overthinking this circumstance. If you have to make a decision, make the dang decision. Now, there's another character here involved, and that's this King of Wands, right? So this could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Fortunately, they're also in the upright. Is this the person that is making this decision with you involved? Or is this just somebody that you know who's going through this right now? Or is this the energy you are taking on? Now, the King of Wands is fiery. He also oversees his township. He's not an emperor, so he's not overseeing like the entire area, you know, the whole dang country. He's not doing that, but he's got a significant circle of folks around him, or in a business that he oversees a section of, just as examples to throw out there. And he's trying very hard to remain passionate, remain a cheerleader, keep his emotions under check, be courageous, right? He's in the upright. He's got his courage and his spine in order to speak his mind, swords, speak his mind and take a decision. And that would bring justice and also this alleviation of feeling out of the cold, perhaps with you or with someone he's dealing with, right? So what I want to do is get some clarifiers. This is an interesting story. I love it when those swords cards come out like that, because it's like, ooh, inquiring minds want to know. We all want to know. So Gemini, let's get into this and see what the situation is with that Five of Pentacles in reverse. That's where we're going to start. All right. Angel Spirits, why is the Five of Pentacles here for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know? Why is it here? What's going on with that circumstance with the Five of Pentacles? One card, please, for the Five of Pentacles. One card for that Five of Pentacles. Gemini. Okay. All right. Well, there's the decision. There you have it. It is the Two of Swords. Again, trying to hit the bullseye, make the correct decision, head over heart, right? So in this deck, you can see that this person is holding a knife and they're trying, right, to use laser focus to sink that sucker right in the center, bullseye. And it's in the reverse here. So there was a decision, right, that was made that resulted in coming out of the cold for this person. And now, Gemini, it might be up to you. What are you going to do? Is there a response to that, perhaps, on your side of things, or vice versa? And Crosswatcher, by the way, if you're here watching this for the Gemini, just know these messages could absolutely be related for your situation too. You know, general readings are general readings. And so whatever collective energy comes through is what it is. So that's entirely up to you. Just stick it where it fits. Let's look at this Two of Swords now in the upright. Is this a response by Gemini? Is this a response by this King of Wands? What are they going to do? So you took your stance. What's going to happen on the other side and vice versa? Two of Swords, please. Why is the Two of Swords here for Gemini? What's this all about? Oh, that card wanted to come, but not quite. Why is the Two of Swords here for Gemini? One card, please, for the Two of Swords. Okay. Temperance. Trying to have balance, right? Bottom of the deck. Okay, that is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Ooh, it's getting good now. Good now. Okay, so this person, as I mentioned, has got a blindfold over their eyes, swords across the heart, trying not to think about things. With Temperance, it's going to call for patience, right? Get your emotions, keep them out, keep them in check and balance before you speak what you want to do, or before they speak what they want to do. And what is the speaking about this? It is related to Eight of Cups in reverse, which is, should I stay or should I go now? Oh, what is that song? Who sings that? I forget. Is it the Beatles? I can't remember. If I stay, it will be trouble. I can't remember. Leave it in the comments. Okay, so in the upright, this person is making the decision to go down the road and seek out their ninth cup for happiness, ultimate happiness, things that make them feel emotionally very, very sound and overflowing, right, with comforts and wish fulfillment, really. And in the reverse, this person is belingering this movement. So it's just like, should I stay or should I go now? I don't know. Should I do an about face and go back? Should I go forward in another direction? So this person's really in the Eight of Swords energy. Really directly underneath that, stuck in their head. And they might be overthinking it a little bit. But then again, it's entirely possible, from what I can see here, that they might be feeling that they're going to get trapped into something if they take a certain decision. So events of the past might be causing them to overthink the actions for today. And we do that sometimes, right? Like sometimes we don't focus anymore on the current because our influence is too strongly pulled towards the past or future, and we're not present in the now. And so we're just like, making ourselves crazy. Oh, my nose is itching. So yeah, we're just like, stuck in our head. I know that it is important for you to always keep in mind, for this, perhaps even King of Wands, to keep in mind the events of the past, because, sometimes when situations or people show you things, believe them, but also giving credit where credit is due, that people can change over time. Situations do change over time. And what was one way, 3, 5, 10 years ago isn't necessarily at all that way today. And I think that's what this person's doing with the Temperance card, is they are saying, can I see things with a fresh lens now? Right? Just literally, objectively, can I do that and take a good decision? Okay, let's look at Justice. Ooh, this is one of my nervous moments when I see the Justice, but I'm not too nervous because, like I said, it's in the upright. So it's going to be Justice for all, one way or another. And it will be final. So let's take a look. Justice. Gemini, why is the Justice card here? One card, please, for the Justice card. Why is the Justice card here? Justice, please. Tell me about this Justice. Why is the Justice card? Justice card, please. Tell me about this. One card, please. Justice. Okay. Seven of Swords. And Three of Cups. Oops. In the reverse. Underneath that was the Two of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Swords. Oh. So one of two things. The Seven of Swords, clarifying the Justice. Did somebody do something sneaky or shady that resulted in bringing this whole thing to justice? Were there lies here, sneaking around? Thievery, literally. This person in this particular card has grabbed up, you can see that there are 5 swords. Was there theft? There's 5 swords here, 2 on the wall. This person grabbed the 5 that were most important to them. Think about swords in terms of logic, knowledge, and what is valuable of the 7. What you don't want, or what this person did not want, was for anyone to get a hold of these 5 swords. The other 2, they felt like if they left that information or those pieces of information behind, they'd be okay, right? So they snatched up 5. But the truth of it is that justice prevails. The truth always comes out. Like, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So will this person speak the whole truth or nothing but the truth in order to bring justice to the situation? Somebody's contemplating this, you or them. How much of the truth, right, should come out? And how much will they leave behind? That's what I'm saying. Ever seen somebody swear on the Bible in court? To tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. This person, I feel, is seriously feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, what will happen if I do? What will happen if I do? Now, I would like to say that in this person's mind, you or theirs, let's just take it from the King of Wands perspective. We'll clarify him in a minute. But since he's in the upright, right, I would think that this person would come out with it all because of the way he is presenting himself. So, not to say that it's not a difficult decision. Maybe he knows that information could create some difficulty for either himself or others like yourself or others in his vicinity or involved in this situation. But he seems to be standing there in a pretty forthright position, almost as if, right, he has enough information to bring justice to the circumstance. Ooh, this is getting good. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. So, you know, in the upright, there's three people here. Now, could this be relating to information that could result in a reconciliation, or could this be information that would result in outing a third party, or is this gossip? I don't know. We'll clarify that King of Wands and the Eight of Swords to get more information. But those are all possibilities, right? Those are all possibilities. Somebody wants to speak. They're questioning whether or not they should. And if they do, how much of that information should they talk about? That's the gist. So let's look at this Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Gemini? Eight of Swords, please, for Gemini. Oh, that's 10 cards too many. Eight of Swords for Gemini, please. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Gemini? One card. Please and thank you for the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Ooh. And there's the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's your card, Gemini. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. We'll get to her in a minute. What clarifies that Eight of Swords, oh, there goes my nose again, is the Nine of Swords. This person has been under significant mental torture about this. Somebody knows, right? And justice is trying to lift the curtain on it. In the reverse, this energy is still present, or this card would not have come out. So just keep that in mind. It's here for a reason. We have the Eight of Swords, then the Nine of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So literally this person is trapped with some worry still that they would like to alleviate, feeling like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, wherever this person is. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Wow. This person could be you, Gemini. It's often known to be a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius because it's air energy, it's swords energy. It could also be a Virgo, right? I know Virgos have that mercurial connection, right? So they often can wield a sword with incredibly straight and direct words when they want to. Now, in the reverse, they can take on a couple of characteristics. One is they no longer give a crap what happens to anybody, right? They're they're going to wield the sword of lies or anger. They're vicious sometimes in the reverse. Now, the other way this could be is they're mum. They're not speaking, period, right? They're not having anything to do with anybody here involved. They don't want nothing to do with this. And they're not saying anything. They're bottled up. And when I see the 8 of Swords there, I tend to think it's a bottled up energy more than it is a bitter, you know what. Yeah, it could be though. This person could be pretty vicious if they wanted to be and not very truthful. But, you know, they didn't get upside down for nothing, right? So somebody did something. And Gemini, if that was you at the beginning where you were left out in the cold, that's probably why, if this is you now, you're in this position. Because you're feeling like, you know, somebody bailed on you and left you holding the bag, right? So let's take a look at that King of Wands. He is in the upright. Why is the King of Wands here? Hopefully for good, right? Good things. King of Wands, why is he here for Gemini? King of Wands for Gemini. Ooh, King of Wands for Gemini. Oh, King of Wands for Gemini, why is he here? One card, please. King of Wands. Okay. King of Cups covers the King of Wands. Ooh. And at the bottom of the deck is the Magician in the reverse. That's manipulative, but that could be you, Gemini, too, right? Not that you're being manipulative, I'm just saying. Okay, let's start with that King of Cups. So now we've got 2 kings here. So, you know, the King of Wands is aware of this King of Cups person and vice versa. And whatever that role they play in here, they're both in the upright. They're both vying for something that, if it's 2 separate people, they're both vying for something that they feel passionate about and that is emotionally balanced and fair and not overboard, right? So they're operating in a very authentic to their nature way, not manipulative when they're sitting there like that. However, the bottom of the deck, you have a different energy. You've got the Magician in the reverse, and in the upright, this would be something that is a positive card to indicate manifesting something, right? Working on something and trying to bring something together, using your genuine and authentic methods, meaning your skills, your resources in a fair, balanced, passionate way to move something forward, honestly, right? You get very creative and very crafty in how you use them all together, but it's not a bad intent, right? How you're doing it isn't intending to hurt anybody. It's intending to bring something positive forward for yourself or others around you, using everything you can to do that. And the reverse, however, either you are feeling or they are feeling like they don't have the resources or the tools, right, to do this. Or in the darker side of this card, and given the 7 of Swords there with the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Swords twice, it's a manipulation, right? It's shady tactics. So sometimes a Virgo or Gemini can emulate this card, but again, don't necessarily go with the sign unless you're like, yeah, that definitely resonates for me. It fits in my picture. So that's why I shared it just in case. But, you know, just really focus on the energy of this card, which is lacking knowing what your resources, your tools, your skill set is in order to move something forward and make positive changes. And unbelievable, you know, at the bottom of the deck is the Chariot, right? So somebody wants to go forward and wants to be victorious here. They want to be victorious, moving something along by taking this decision and bringing justice out. It's just how they go about it, right? Do you go about it on the up and up, or do you go about it in a shady way? You've got that Seven of Swords there. Now, there's one other thing about that Seven of Swords. Sometimes it is simply operating on the down low, like meaning you just don't put your business out there, right? You just don't air out your business for all to see. You might be looking at something that you want to do, or this King of Wands person who could be in partnership with this King of Cups, the two of them. Then again, it could be the same person who has both of those characteristics at the moment. They're emotional and they're passionate, they're loving, they're caring, but they're driven. So if that's the case, and this is somebody that you're dealing with, or if you're same sex, you're in the same sex relationship with, you're just keeping it on the down low. You know, you're trying to manifest something without everybody's nose up in it. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I leave it? Should I take it back? With that Eight of Cups. You just want to keep your business pretty quiet, out of public eye, so to speak. Yeah, very interesting. Ooh, very cloak and dagger. Ooh, let's take a look at maybe some guidance here about this situation. I'm going to be using the Messages from the Angels by Doreen Virtue. And this deck has just been amazing, the synchronicities with the messages so far this week. Well, all week long has just been fantastic. So we'll see how they come together for your reading here, Gemini. All right. Get going with it. Messages, please, Gemini. Guided messages to work with the sign. What does Gemini make of it or do with it? Their highest good. All right, let me hit the deck here. Gemini. Okay, you've got Maya. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Education. Study and education. What do you need to learn? Bottom of the deck. Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Okay, I'm going to leave those guided messages from the angels with you, Gemini. Certainly positive things to help you in this time if it's causing you a lot of stress and anguish. And look into things, you know, if you need to study or learn a little bit more about this before you take a decision, if that's you, then take the time to do it. It may bring all the justice in the world for you, right? So thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you next Thursday for next week's reading. And until then, Gemini, have a great week.